All right, let's see what we got now, guys. All right, should be working now. Should be working now. We are back now. We fixed it. It must have just been an error in the startup. I reset it and everything works, so we're good now. All right. So, obviously, Mississippi State wins this. They go on to play Auburn. Again, Auburn's got a tough draw, man. Auburn's got one of the toughest draws in the SEC tournament. We're back. What's up, Barks? Dude, this has happened twice. That's the second time it's happened now. And I remember the first time was a night stream. And I was sitting there and it said, like, normal amount of people were watching. And no comments were coming through. And for like 30 minutes, I was just monologuing. And I was like secretly embarrassed. I'm like, where are all the guys that usually in my stream? Like, this is weird. And then I found out that someone messaged me and was like, hey, none of the comments are popping up. And then I went back to the YouTube stream and I was like, oh, wait, thank God. Sorry for the having to reset, guys, but we're back now. How does the new mic sound, guys? How does the new mic? This is a new mic, obviously you can tell. A little bit more professional. For the launch of the podcast that will be starting, we'll be recording tomorrow, and all plans are it will be the first episode will launch Monday on all platforms: X, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. So we are all set up on Spotify to launch. We just have to upload our first episode for that. Who is the first coach? The first coach will be obviously right now we're going to be interviewing coaches that are out of the tournament. So our first coach will be Ryan Luke from Lafayette in the Northeast, Division I program, Northeast. That will be our first interview. We're going to do interviews all across the spectrum of Division I, D2, JUCO, etc. And then obviously once the tournament is over, once the bigger schools start getting eliminated, stuff like that, we will be interviewing them as well. So Ryan Luke is their hitting coach and recruiting coordinator, and he will be our first episode. Welcome, everyone. My son and I have been crushing Siete chips. Now they need to do a deal with you. 100%, Cap. Like, just do the deal. I'll eat a full bag on stream every day. The elote, like Mexican street corn flavor, is is unbelievable. I'm a big chips and salsa guy. You don't even need salsa with those chips. They're so good. They're so good, you don't even need it. How does the mic sound, guys? I need feedback from you guys. How does the mic sound? I had my brother kind of fix the lighting in here now. Oh, Thomas Pressman's in here. Yo, it's Bryce Gillis, and it's fixed now. Bryce Gillis can actually chat now. Sounds good to me. Normal and clear. Nice. That's what I'm hoping. I set it up today like an hour before the stream, so I just needed to get some feedback. What yo, coach? I'm sure you mean what's up, Rex? We're watching the end of the A&M Mississippi State game, but I mean A&M's just destroying, so we'll see. Son was recruited by Coach Luke Lafayette for a year. Went to hitting camp. Coach Luke was running. Son loved him. Nothing but good things to say about Coach Luke. Yeah, and he'll be on the podcast. Let's see here. Barks. So, did Ethan Murray and Sheffield leave Tech? I think Sheffield is transferring. I think I saw a post of him going into the portal. And yes, Ethan Murray is going in the portal as well. Yeah, I believe they're both going in the portal. Barks. Thomas greater than Geo? Nah, Canes. I just threw my pen, hit 94.3. Wesleyan and Columbus have one thing in common. They allow their students to use iPads and they don't block YouTube. Yeah, Murray's in the portal. That's right, Bert. Again, and those are guys, a lot of people thought those guys are going to come on campus and they're going to be studs as freshmen. That's just how difficult it is now. Wesleyan with an A. That's right, Rex. Are you guys still in school? Are you not out yet? It's like almost June. Sorry, Rex. When is the next... someone give me an update on the next game in the ACC tournament. That is going to be... Because this Mississippi State game is just... Texas State and Southern Miss. That's one we'll turn to Texas State, Southern Miss. Virginia Tech and Clemson. That'll be a great game. I wonder when that start time will be. We're going to Southern Miss, Texas State. We got out yesterday. Nice. We still have a month of school left. That sucks, Buck. Get in the lab and start working. Tell Mark Pope to schedule Columbus next season. What's up, boys? What's the word today? Well, Cal, the Golden Bears are trying to make a run. But I think if you're Georgia Tech, like if you had to pick one team in that bracket for your game one, like you're probably wanting to play Cal, but they've won 2 in a row now, and offenses looked really good. They gave up a lot of runs to Wake Forest today, but Cal's offense has looked great so far. But you feel like the wear and tear of like being on your third game, using up a lot of your arms. Like Georgia Tech, this is about as well set up as Georgia Tech could be to win game one. Hypothetically. You definitely don't want to play Wake. Miami, you're probably going to run into a good arm, even though the offense isn't great. Cal was the worst seed in the tournament, so you're facing the 16th seed. Like that's kind of what if you had to. But the other issue is this. If you lose to Cal, does that knock you out of a host in the committee's eyes? Now, I don't think so, but because you won the regular season outright, but I can guarantee you there will be people on the committee who say, well, Georgia Tech shouldn't be a host. VT Clemson is 215. Okay. Huge upset for Georgia Tech. Yes. Does Cal have bullpen left? I don't know. Kyle, why are you tiptoeing around this? Are you guaranteeing a win for Tech or not? I'm saying it's... What do you mean guarantee? You can't guarantee anything. But, like, that's the team you would want to play if you're Georgia Tech. A team that's already played 2 days in a row. And 2, 9 a.m. Sweat City games. But I am worried that, again, a loss to Cal in the committee's eyes is just going, like Buck said, is going to reinforce the narrative that they're really not as good as their record and all that. So that is something to keep in mind over the next, over the next 24 hours. The answer is not. No, I think Georgia Tech should destroy Cal. But I think a lot of people thought Cal was going to get beat by Miami. I think a lot of people thought Cal was going to get destroyed by Wake. And they showed up both games. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't have a crystal ball. Dusty, what are you going to say? Are you guaranteeing a win? Are you guaranteeing a win or not? I can't guarantee anything. I think Tech will win. What do you mean? I can only tell you what I think will happen. I can't guarantee it. It's a yes or a no for the guarantee. I think Tech will win, yes. Missouri State to Georgia Tech as the 4 seed. Deck McGuire revenge tour. Wow. That's a big prediction there. That would be cool to see Deck back in Atlanta. Cal is an elite program. They're down this year, but those big West Coast schools have always been good in baseball. Canes, Kyle, do you keep up with your former client stats? Yeah, we try to keep up with it as much as possible. Again, it's hard because they'll go somewhere now with the portal, like kids transfer, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. But yeah, we try to do our best to keep up with a lot of how guys are doing. Bama and Tennessee at 2 p.m. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Texas State and Southern Miss is about to start, so I think that's what I'm going to be watching. Kyle already covering for potential upset? No, I'm not. What? I'm just saying I'm giving the full context of what's going on. Kyle, do you still talk or keep up with your dad? Yeah, I talk to him like probably 3 or 4 times a week. Non-committal. Yeah, everyone's trolling today. I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally said, this is if you were to set it up, this is what Tech would want. And I'm also giving the context that Cal's offense has looked really good. And the context that a loss to Cal is way worse in the committee's eyes than a loss to Wake Forest or a loss to Miami. So that is the total context of the game. Do I think Georgia Tech will win? Yes. I'm just giving the total context around the game. Daniel Palka, what are you watching? I'm watching my finance class. Need Tate to pitch well tomorrow or on a short leash? Yeah, Nancy, I can tell you that if I was, again, I'm not on staff, but I would be 100% ready to pull Tate McKee early if he's not looking good. Because in Georgia Tech's eyes, this is a must-win game. Like because if they win the game, they're a for sure host. Right? So I think you have to play it like that. You cannot be thinking like save a guy for tomorrow or the next game of the championship. Sounds like Kyle is saying he is not 100% confident that Tech will win. Please correct me if I'm wrong. No, I think Tech will win. You know what? Fine. I guarantee a Tech win. And then you know what's going to happen? Or actually, I'm not going to say it. I guarantee Tech will win, guys. Is that good? What is going on with the judge ruling in NCAA versus House? I thought decision was coming last Friday. Dude, it's all up in the air. And it's because the Power 4 ADs and the NCAA's proposal to the settlement class was essentially, well, yeah, we'll give schools the option to grandfather in the student athletes, which means like no one's guaranteed to get grandfathered in. So like that was not going to get approved. So everything's been slowed down from that. That's not Nancy. That's Pie Guy. Yes, must win. Is this a must win or can't lose? I think they're the same thing. Luckily, there's a GA in the chat listening too. Pie Gal, Daniel. Okay, sweet. So Kyle is guaranteed a Tech win. Let's go. Jeez. You see how I was manipulated there, guys? Like how manipulative are my friends? Taking advantage of their friend with a really big platform on social media. I mean, it's unbelievable. Crazy. Man, how long is this Texas State Southern Miss game going to take to start? But now is where the tournament starts getting interesting. We got Virginia Tech and Clemson today. Can you imagine if Virginia Tech takes out Clemson? Like, what if the sea? It's starting to look like the sea may be parted for Georgia Tech's entry into the ACC championship. Paul could just mispie-gendered Nancy. That's right. He did. Dusty's kind of all over you today, too, early in the stream. Dusty, I'm not 100% sure Tech wins, but I'm pretty sure. Wow, he's such a troll now. Dusty had a call go south and is taking it out on Kyle. I have an all hands at 2 o'clock. We'll need to bounce. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, sure you do. Yeah. Let me get confirmation, Dan, right now. All right, I got to turn another game. I thought this was started. We'll go Texas Tech Cincinnati, I guess. Haven't seen once down of SEC tourney. Have I missed anything good? I think it's gone. I think A&M just beat Mississippi State, which I guess is an upset, but it's not like a massive one. Yeah, Kentucky got beat. But I don't think there's been any crazy. Let me pull up the. Let me just pull it up real quick so I can be sure. Dusty and Polka, how does the new mic sound? Do I sound really good? So Alabama beat Missouri, no surprise there. Oklahoma beat Kentucky, no surprise. I mean, that's a coin flip, but Oklahoma is the higher seed, so Florida beat South Carolina, and A&M did upset Mississippi State, but nothing crazy. I mean, I think anyone thought A&M or Mississippi State could coin flip that. Oklahoma and Kentucky was a coin flip. Everyone expected Florida to beat South Carolina. Everyone expected Alabama to beat Missouri. So it's been kind of boring in the SEC tournament so far. But the next few games coming up, which will be Tennessee and Alabama, that'll be a great game. Georgia, Oklahoma, great game. Ole Miss, Florida, great game. So we're about to have some really nice games coming up in the SEC tournament. This is a totally different mic. We can hear you chewing and belching great. Thank you. I don't think you can because I see when the mic lights up. I can see right here on my little thing when the mic is active. Let me see. Nope, you can't hear that. Who is co-hosting tonight? I don't know. Maybe we can invite some. Maybe we can do an ACC watch party with a few people. So maybe Dan, you may get an invite. We'll see if you're up to it. I can't have any of your kids screaming in the background, though, Dan. That's the thing. That's the thing. Let me see if I can adjust this lighting a little bit. There we go. Like that. There we go. WBE co-host? No way Wiley Ballard Enjoyer gets a co-host. Need burb noise cancellation? Are you guys being serious? Like you can hear me like chewing and stuff or no? It's my anniversary, but the wife will understand. Yeah, I mean, you married wrong if she doesn't understand that. Like, you got to skip to be co-host. Is Canes feeling better about Miami now that Notre Dame lost? I would hope so. Wiley Ballard, winning 5 of 6 ACC games plus title to finish the season feels like a def natty seed. Dan asked, if we win tournament, are we guaranteed national seed? I believe so. Like, I would... In anyone's mind, you're like, you win the regular season outright and you win the ACC title, you have to be a national seed. But like, I can guarantee you, can confirm, can hear. Okay. This is a new mic, so I'll just have to make some adjustments. I'm going to have Jordan come over and fix it. I think so too. That justifies everything. Like you can't. Someone make an argument that you win the ACC championship and the ACC regular season title, but you're not a national seed. So I think if they do, they have to be. They'll definitely put them as the 8th national seed, though. And I can already see it. They're going to say, "Well, Georgia Tech had to play Cal," and I mean, it's just like you can see the arguments happening already with what's going to happen. This Tennessee-Alabama game is going to be nice, though. Jordan was supposed to trim the bushes lining my house this weekend. Remind him of that. All right, I will. I don't think that's true, but I'll remind him. Dan, are you in finance class right now, or is it online? "22 ACC wins plus undisputed champs would be crazy not to put it 8." Yeah. There's just no argument to be made. Like, it would just be ridiculous at that point. Like, I don't even know what you could say. Wow, so true. If there are upsets, they will hold it against us. Okay, back to class. See you tonight. Love you, Kyle. All right, see you, Dan. Jordan is afraid of the stream. Yeah, I think so too. Can hear you chew. No trolling. All right. Something we got to work on then. That should not. You guys should not be able to hear that. So I think something's not correctly. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. I guess it's good that it hears everything, but like I want that to be muffled. If Tech wins regular season and ACC tourney with 22 wins, might be top 4 seed. Yeah, I mean, like I think in any other season, a team that did that would be a top 4 seed, 100%. So it's just hard to figure out what the committee would actually say. I just don't know how you could literally look at Georgia Tech's team after doing both of those things and say, nope, you're not a national seed. Aaron Fitt tweeted out, "My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over. The Cal versus Wake game has concluded at great cost to our national pride. 9 innings, 23 walks, 7 hit by pitches, 415 pitches, just 224 strikes, 4 hours and 10 minutes. 3 games to go today. We shall overcome." That's a pretty funny one by Aaron Fitt. I'm going to give him a big LOL. You come in clearly. Yeah, this mic I think will be better. Too many tough losses for top 4 seed. Yeah, probably true. Like I think if they win ACC championship, they have to be a national seed, but they're not going to be top 4, unfortunately. I would agree. Just don't think they'd put us up there. Our schedule wound up a little weak overall. Yep. Yeah, and I think that's understandable, and it's like a totally new thing because there's 16 teams in the ACC, and really the only way you can mitigate that from happening in the future is just more ACC contests, right? Like 2 extra series of ACC play, but that means like 1 or 2 weekends to get ready to go for ACC play. So I wouldn't be against that. I think it's, the more games in conference, the better. You really will find out who the best teams are. What's for lunch today, Kyle? Get closer to the mic. Maybe we can all smell it. Should I back the mic up maybe a little bit? Let's see. Is that better? Is that better? We'll see. Had to get this upgrade today, so. Kendall Rogers now tweets, before asking, it's my belief that A&M will need to get to Sunday to have a legitimate shot to make the field. So is he saying that A&M does not need to win the SEC championship? They just need to get to the championship? That's interesting. Troy RPI is down to 46 now after losing to Old Dominion. That is not good news for Troy's at-large chances in the NCAA tournament. Or perhaps Cal isn't really that bad. They just dog-walked Wake and Miami. Both are supposedly in. Yeah, I mean, well, they played bad all ACC schedule, but maybe they just were on a really bad streak. I don't know. Their offense looks great. I mean, they're hitting the ball all over the place, but I will say, I think the pitching, I don't know if they're going to have enough pitching because, they gave up 12 runs today. They've had to cover 18 innings in two days, and they got 9 more tomorrow. So different rules for SEC. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Not disagreeing with you there, Nancy. Dusty Isaac, Skylar Meade fanboys will be so mad, especially Kyle. I won't be mad. It's just a catastrophic end to the season. If they win one game against Southern Miss instead of getting swept, they're fine. And then they lose to Old Dominion. Just like a catastrophic last 4 games for Troy. Which, again, they still can get in, but they're definitely going to be sweating on Monday now. Definitely going to be sweating. Got a bad Louisville stat. What is the bad Louisville stat, Wiley Ballard Enjoyer? Kyle, where do you stand? Or I got to read the other one. Cal has more ACC tournament wins than Louisville since 2018. Wow. That's crazy. That can't be right. That can't be right. Because I feel like we played Louisville in the semis of the ACC championship when I was there in 21. So they had to have won a few games. Maybe you're right, though. Kyle, where do you stand on the national writers? Who is your favorite or least favorites? Are you talking about the guys for D1? Per source, Wiley Ballard Enjoyer. Dusty Isaacs, I said it weeks ago. Do not sleep on Dan McDonald departure. I'm cheering for Cal tomorrow. I want y'all Georgia Tech fans to be miserable with me. Wow. Wow, that is messed up. After the support me and Dusty have given the Miami fans, telling them when they were down in the dumps, Miami's a better team than you think. You guys are going to be fine. You're going to be above 500 in ACC play. You're going to make the NCAA tournament. And what were we given in return? You guys don't know what you're talking about. This team's terrible. This, that. And now you're rooting for Georgia Tech to be beaten by Cal. Zach, that is a ban-worthy comment. If you weren't as loyal in this stream as you are, that is a bannable offense in this stream. Wow. Wow, Zach. Backstabbed. I mean, dude. Didn't Cal join the ACC like this year? This year. Not sure that's mathematically possible. No, they joined this year. Oh, you're right. You know what, Wiley? Because we beat Louisville that game. Because I remember I picked up a tip on their guy who threw the split change or something, and we ended up walking it off. So yeah, they only would have had to win one game to get into that game. So I think that's it. You're right. That makes sense. Okay, now because I thought Louisville beat us, but now that I remember it, we beat Louisville. Backstab 954 says, yeah, I mean, wow, that is insane. Cal joined this year, Dusty. Cal joined this year and has more wins than Louisville in the last 7. Yes, that was the walk-off by Jenkins. Georgia Tech student manager also dominated Louisville student manager getting a foul ball. I heard that as well. I cannot believe Zach would say such disgusting things in this chat. Yeah, we know Louisville's manager we know Louisville's definitely probably had a more physical manager, I'll say that. Dusty has all his hands tied up. That's right, he does. Well, we got Tennessee and Alabama should be starting here. Let's see if we can find it. NCAA baseball. $212. Same for Clemson and Virginia Tech. These ACC games are going to have to be really short turnover because that first game was 4 hours and 10 minutes. Two good games about to start. Clemson, Virginia Tech, Tennessee, Alabama. Cal has more Nobel Prize winners than Georgia Tech, 110-6, and more LSD. I can't confirm that, but I'll trust you on that, Cap. I'll trust you on that. Who do you see winning, Virginia Tech or Clemson? Man, it depends on who's pitching for Clemson. I think if it's Aiden Canuck, it's Clemson's probably going to win. If it's anyone else, I think Virginia Tech's got a legitimate shot because Virginia Tech, remember, I mean, they were playing well for the first half of the year. They got a better team than really they played. And so I think it's a closer game than people think. Remember, Clemson did not finish the year well. I mean, they swept Pitt at the end of the year, but besides that, Clemson did not play well. So I think it's probably advantage Clemson, but it's not by much. Kyle, will you ever play softball now that you're retired? No, probably not. I'll play golf. I'll do a bunch of other things. I have no interest in doing that. I have no interest in playing like softball or anything like that. Stalin was nominated for a Nobel Prize. Yeah, that's true. Georgia Tech will most likely crush Cal. I think so too, Cap. I think like Cal's probably got not much pitching depth left. They're going to be exhausted. They've played 2 9 a.m. games, like scorcher games. Like those 9 a.m. games when it's this hot outside, you're just losing so many fluids, and they're tough to recover from. I mean, you get back to the hotel and you like take a nap, and it's just, those 9 a.m. games are tough. So I think Georgia Tech will have the advantage, but we'll see. But it's going to be the 9 a.m. game again, right? Is it going to be the 9 a.m. game again tomorrow? What time does Georgia Tech play tomorrow? Does anybody know? It shouldn't be 9. No, there's no way it's a 9 a.m. game. I shouldn't even have said that. There's no way. They're the 1 seed. If they have to play at a 9 a.m., that's ridiculous. 3 p.m. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way it's the ones. There's no way the 1 seed's playing a 9 a.m. game. Thoughts on pickleball? I actually like pickleball. It's fun. Like I'd rather play pickleball than tennis. My wife really likes it. We've played it a few times. It's fun. It's competitive enough. Like but golf is the best. Golf is the best by far. The Georgia Southern Eagles of 2016 and 2017 lived for the 9 a.m. tournament games. Jordan makes an appearance after Dusty and Dan disappear. Interesting. Do me a favor, guys. I'm gonna pull something up on stream for a second. Do me a favor, head to this tweet at Elite Sports Advising on X and hit the retweet button. All right. Retweet our podcast. First episode will be launching Monday. Hit this retweet button right here at Elite Sports Advising. It's actually at Elite Sports ADV, but just look up Elite Sports Advising, you'll find it. And hit that retweet button for us. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. Mississippi State got skull drugged today. Ouch. Yes, they did. And again, I mean, I think if you looked at it, you'd say, if you looked at it, you would say Mississippi State's probably going to win because they've played well recently, and A&M had played not well recently, but it flipped. Are the streams here to stay, or is the podcast taking over? No, streams are here to stay, man. Streams are here to stay. The podcast is going to be a once-a-week thing for now. Every Monday will be a new interview with a new coach. It just makes it easier to schedule them out in advance. That way we can get a bunch set up, everything like that. What about IG? It's Jordan, are you going to make a post on IG for the podcast? I'm finding a lot more of youth baseballs on IG than Twitter. Yeah, that's why we started making a lot of like specific shorts just for IG, if you can tell recently, and I think I'm gonna have to get a TikTok as well. As much as I don't like saying that, I think I'm gonna have to get a TikTok because there's a lot of people on TikTok. Okay, I will. I'm just sitting here patiently waiting for a. Can we get an all-day stream tomorrow? All day, 24-hour. If I do a 24-hour stream, I'm not kidding. Every single person in this stream better be retweeting it, better be sending it to all of their friends. I'm talking texting, get on the stream right now. That's what would need to happen. I'm not against doing a 24-hour stream. Or 12-hour stream or whatever. I'll look at my calendar. Let me look at my calendar right now. I'll see what I got. Well, I have the podcast. We're recording the first podcast tomorrow. But besides that, I actually have a more open schedule tomorrow. Not 24, just like 16 for all games start to finish. Brady Ballinger, Big 12 Player of the Year. That what a hitter. Yeah. Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. I'll be sending it to the ends of the earth. Dude, if I maybe for regional starts, we can do something like that. Unfortunately, I have to record the podcast tomorrow. So that's at like 12 o'clock. So that's right in the middle of the day. Streamathon, call Jerry Lewis. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. 24-hour woof. Yeah. Hey, anything for growing the social media. We'll need some guest speakers. Yeah, for real. I'd need some live call-ins. Dude, that's a good idea, Wally. Getting the D1 guys on the pod to ask them why they don't love the ACC this year. Are you allowed to restream tournament games legally? No. Yeah, you're not allowed to. Like, that's why I can watch the game. We can all watch the game and talk about it. Dude, if I could put it on screen, I would be doing that all the time. You can't. One, your video will get demonetized because you can't make money off broadcasting like a ESPN. You can. So you'd get demonetized, and then you would get flagged. And if you get a couple of those, like your channel can get like removed, basically. Now, the bigger the stream gets, you can actually make deals with certain broadcasts or whatever, and potentially do it. But right now, we can't do it. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully we'll get big enough. If Wiley Ballard Enjoyer can just get enough people. Yeah, that would be really fun. All right, let me see if this Tennessee Alabama game has started, and Virginia Tech Clemson. Yep, they both are supposedly live. Let's see if they're actually started yet. Tennessee and Alabama has started. We'll be swapping back and forth for now from this game to Clemson, Virginia Tech. We will be streaming later tonight as well, possibly even at 8:30. So be on the lookout, guys, for tonight. We will be streaming as well. First pitch for Tennessee is 99 miles an hour. 99, yeah, 99 first pitch. And again, Tennessee right now, probably if they lose this game, they're not a host. But if they win a couple games, like they may take a host from somebody. But they definitely have to win, in my mind, at least 2 games, maybe even more than that, to secure a host spot. Like winning 1 game should not be enough to get you back in the hosting contention. Jordan, how do I fix the mic so they can't hear me chew? I was being told right now they can hear me chew. Virginia Tech, first inning home run. We're going to have to swing back and forth. Turn on glutton mode. I thought for a second Alabama might have gone hit a home run. Kyle, you think A&M coach is out? I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I know that if you look at the A&M fan base, like it seems like that's what they want, but I just don't know. I don't know. Obviously, it's been a very disappointing season for A&M, but we just won't know until we know. You know, I have not heard anything either way. Like if he's gonna still be there, gonna not be there. For the pod, Bradley Smart and or Darren Vaught would give you better perspective on ACC. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're the ACC guys. Aaron Fitt usually does a good amount of coverage of the ACC as well, but I think he may be not doing. He used to be the ACC guy. All right, let me switch over. Tennessee gets out of the inning easily. I think 1, 2, 3 inning. Let's go to the Clemson game. Wow. So a solo shot for Virginia Tech. Runner at first, 2 outs. Man, it's going to be really interesting. Like, does Clemson's kind of near the edge of the hosting spectrum, even though they swept Pitt, which was obviously good. But, like, does a loss here, like, does Clemson lose and then, like, a Florida and a Tennessee make runs in the tournament and they end up getting host spots? Does that knock Clemson out if Clemson loses here? Or Georgia Tech? Like, there's so many, and I think Aaron Fitt or Kendall Rogers tweeted about it, but it seems like this year there's more uncertainty when it comes to the hosts, like teams being on the bubble, than ever before. Ooh, tough. You got Canuck up to 24 pitches in the first inning. You got a run. That's a big win for Virginia Tech. Would have loved to see the hitter take that pitch at his neck. And then all of a sudden, Canuck's probably throwing an extra 4 or 5 pitches, and he's at 30 pitches in the first inning. It seems like that's the one pitch that college hitters now are so susceptible to. Like the pitch that's like shoulder high or just below the shoulder. It seems like it's just you throw it there and it's over the middle of the plate. Like they are swinging every single time. If Clemson can't win with Connacht on the mound, they're in trouble for the regionals. Yes, I agree. I mean, again, I think Clemson does have that. They do have that kind of will to win factor. They won so many close games. But like if Wiley Ballard Enjoyer is still here, that Pythagorean, whatever he did last night or 2 nights ago, formula that basically looks at your your run differential, and basically it's like you actually are you have 39. I think for Georgia Tech it was like 39 wins, but they probably could have had 42. Like I guarantee you, Clemson's like 3 or 4 wins or 3 or 4 losses more based on their run differential. But you're right, Buck. I mean, if they can't win with Connacht on the mound, they're in trouble. And they're facing Renfro for Virginia Tech, who has had a really good year. If Andrew Fisher hits a dinger here, he might drop his pants running the bases to raise the bar. Let me see that. I'm switching back to Tennessee now. Base hit through the shift. I was smoked. Well, there's first run of the game for Tennessee. Big getting the first run. I was smoked. Well, Tennessee takes the lead in the first inning, and they got a runner on second with 1 out, ready to add some more. Let's see how this inning continues to progress. Dalton Bargo. The thing that's cool about the SEC tournament too, it's like there's a bunch of fans there who like their team isn't even playing right now and they're at the game. Like you see how many LSU people are just sitting there? All right, Buck. Yeah, I got like 10, maybe 10 minutes left before I got to go. But like I said, we'll be doing a stream later tonight. And Alabama gets out of the inning, but it is 1-0 Tennessee. Let's go back to the Clemson game. Or to your review. No way Clemson made the first out at home. Save, okay. Clemson tied it up. Clemson has tied the game. Well, of course, I get there right as they're not showing one replay, so I have no idea what happened. Back-to-back doubles or scoring from third? Actually, no way it's back-to-back doubles. It probably was a single double. Because it wouldn't be a play at the plate if he was at second. Great at bat there to get the runner over to third. That's fundamental baseball. All right, boys, that's going to be it for me today. I got to drop off. We will have another stream later tonight. Thank you for joining. We will be back later tonight, maybe around 8:30. I'll send a tweet out. See you, Keith. Yep. Everyone, have a good rest of your day.